right, welcome back everybody. Today we are talking about Shiba Inu. Probably comes as a surprise. We don't normally talk about meme tokens on this channel, but a lot of recent news and roadmap updates coming up for SHIB that I think could be super bullish. So I want to get that news out to you, and then we'll finish up by talking about the charts and some potential price targets for SHIB in the future. So let's hop right in, and we're going to start with the roadmap. So a lot has been released just in the last few months, particularly this April 7th, 2022 update. And there are a couple things that I want to highlight. So first of all, they're building a layer two, called Shibarium. And so what this is going to do is it's going to provide another way for people to interact with the SHIB ecosystem without having to pay Ethereum gas fees. So that's been a huge blocker for people with limited amounts of money or limited amount of capital trying to interact with the ecosystem, having to pay large percentages of their transactions in Ethereum gas fees. So that is super bullish. The second second thing on the roadmap that I wanted to touch on is this Shiba Inu doggy DAO that they've launched and is now in phase 1. So came out of the beta launch, and it's going to act as a governance token for folks to basically have it become a fully decentralized community where folks who own SHIB can vote based on these governance tokens within the doggy DAO to actually dictate what they launch next and what their roadmap looks like. So very exciting there. They also have a Shiba Inu game coming out. So this is going to be involved with their NFT collection. So this is going to be an NFT game, and it's going to be part of their Shiberse, which is their metaverse project, which we'll touch on here in a moment. So really exciting to see them actually expanding into other arenas to kind of grow the ecosystem, right? They're not just sitting on the fact that they're a meme coin and hoping for volume. They're actually doing stuff. And the next thing that I wanted to touch on is the fact that they are basically revamping their Shiba Swap. So it's going to be Shiba Swap 2.0, and this is a V2 update. It's essentially going to make it a lot easier for folks to interact, for people to use Shiba Swap as a DEX, and it's going to bring it a host of new features. So you'll be able to kind of use the burning portal within there. You're going to have another area to view TVL. There's just going to be updated features, and it's going to look a little bit more professional, which is great to bring in new volume. And this is a tease from their Twitter page. This is talking about the Shiberse. This gives kind of a window into what these Shiba Inu dog NFTs could look like in the metaverse. But very exciting to see that they are going this route as opposed to just, like I said, relying on, volume from Twitter hype or anything else, right? And the biggest thing I want to hone on here, and I think this might have almost the most impact on Shiba Inu's token price, is the fact that they've launched this very successful and interesting burn portal. So people can burn Shiba Inu to create a passive income source for themselves. So this is the burning portal. You connect your wallet, you add the amount of SHIB you want to burn, and right now this shows the total APR. This kind of fluctuates. I think I looked at it yesterday. It was like 6.5 or 6. It's down to 5.97, but that's going to fluctuate over time as more SHIB is burned or less SHIB is burned on a day-to-day basis, and this is calculating it on a annual basis. So the next question, right, is that follows this is, well, how many people are burning SHIB? Because that is really the main point that we want to get to. That's what we really need to understand. And for the first 24 hours, so this came out April 23rd. Within the first 24 hours, over 8 billion SHIB was burned, which is a huge number for a 24-hour time frame. Even though the total supply is crazy on SHIB, it's like 549 billion or something like that. So this is just a little piece of the pie. But at the same time, in 24 hours, that is a large sum of SHIB, and it's a lot of people getting a chance at that passive income. And here is just a new update. So this is this is about a day later or 2 days later. No, it's another day later actually. So this is April 25th, and presently, that's today. Presently, there are 12 billion SHIB tokens that have been burned since they started on Sunday. So just in a few days, we've seen 12 billion SHIB burned. And it's really exciting to say, hey, let's project that over the course of a year or two. What could that look like? So as opposed to, when SHIB Obviously, it's still a meme coin, but as opposed to not having a roadmap, as opposed to kind of just sitting on the fact that they're a meme coin, now they're adding this different depth to the product, to the roadmap, to the ecosystem, and I think it's actually going to attract more investors if people are paying attention to this. Again, some people are just not going to invest in meme coins, and I understand that as well. I'm never really a huge fan of meme coins, but this project is putting a lot behind what they are saying and what they're trying to do. So let's quickly do a quick update on the charts. We're going to just talk what's going on recently, some structure of the chart, and then we'll go into some price targets. So first thing I want to note is we've been in what I would call somewhat of a healthy consolidation phase here for, we'll call it 100 days and some change. And it's really, really interesting because a lot of these meme coins, you expect them to basically have this run up, right? I mean, this is almost, pretty expected for, we've seen Dogecoin do the same thing, right? I mean, not that this was expected when it happened, right? But for a meme coin, it's not unusual to see a straight up chart. Now, what is unusual is that it came back down and actually found really solid support down here at the quadruple 02 mark. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to sound out all of those price equivalents. It's definitely a lot. But as you can see, we formed this kind of solid support right here, and we didn't go below that. So we actually, a lot of these meme coins, you'd expect it to kind of find that previous low, like let's say down here, right? And so a lot of these coins, you expect it to have that initial volume from all the hype, all the Twitter, all the promises that may not be kept. And then you expect it to kind of, it had this initial falling off of a cliff that everyone expected, but to have it level out like this is also unexpected. And that's, I think, another thing that has really drawn eyes to this in the recent news. And the other thing on top of that too, the burning and obviously the ecosystem ads could definitely play into this. But at the same time, right now, since a lot of those are still in play, what this means is that there's still confidence in SHIB, even though it's a meme token, right? So we've had this healthy consolidation period. We saw something previous to that back here. This was in, May of 2021. And, we saw 140 days, 130 days of consolidation before a pump. We're 100 days-ish, give or take, into this consolidation. Not saying it's going to line up, perfectly like that, but definitely interesting to see that we have consolidated as opposed to just kind of having the floor drop out from under us. But right now we're in kind of a key phase of trying to beat that 100-day moving average, if you can see that. So we're tapping that right now. We're going to see if we can get above that. And then after that, really, we have to kind of break out of this consolidation channel before we see any more movement in terms of, actual notable movement to the upside. In terms of the RSI, we look pretty healthy. We're right around 50 here. We've kind of been up and down between, 65 and 38, 39. But we've maintained somewhat of a solid, even keel on the RSI. So we're not way overbought or oversold. What that tells us is that the volume has actually been pretty balanced, which coincides with that consolidation period we've seen here. So now that we kind of did a refresher on where we're at, we talked about the consolidation, we talked about the channel we're in, touched on the RSI. Now I want to bring up some price targets here. So let's draw this retracement. So right now it's pretty clear, where our short-term target is, and it's that 0003 marker at that 236 fib. That's our short-term target. We haven't been able to break that within that consolidation phase. That's essentially been the top of our consolidation marker. And that's also about where the 200-day moving average sits. So a very, very critical level. That's going to be hard to break. It's going to take some additional news or serious burning for us to get to this point. But once we stand on top of that, we could see some additional volume, additional bullish movement, because if we've already gotten to that point, that means that a lot of this burning has taken hold. That means that a lot of confidence has returned to the ecosystem. But in terms of long term, I think that we'd be lucky, you know, in the mid to long term to be playing between these two fibs, so the 1 and the 1.618. And why I say that is because it lines up decently well with our consolidation to breakout transition from before. So if we have, let's say, you know, our consolidation phase, and this is a little misaligned, so excuse me there, but let's say our consolidation phase replays as it did, and, you know, we see maybe another SHIB pump mid to late 2022 or even 2023. This is 2022, so more so realistic at around that time frame. Obviously, backdrop is, you know, inflation, Russia, Ukraine, the Fed. We really don't know what's going to happen, but I think to be up in this area, you know, between the 1.618 fib and the 1 fib, so that's 0008 and quadruple 08 and then 0013. If we're in between these fibs by the end of the year, that is a huge win. I don't know if we'll get there. You know, there's a lot going on, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. I think ultimately long term, we'd like to be playing up in that range. And that's kind of, you know, the most hopeful I can get for now, but wanted to get out that news update for you guys, as well as some of that roadmap update for SHIB. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you in SHIB? Like, have you followed the project? I'm recently new to following it. Would love to hear your take on it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.